So problem number 18. Let's analyze this table what they have given. So you have output units, good. Then material cost per unit, labor cost per unit. So these two are part of your prime cost. Then machine time per unit. So this is not cost, this is time. Then second table you have number of setups, number of purchase order, number of material handling. What are these? These are activity cost drivers. So total is also given, so you don't have to calculate that. The following are the overhead cost. So overhead costs are already, they are divided into different activity cost pools, like setup cost, purchase ordering cost, then handling cost, other factory overhead cost. And presently overhead costs are charged to the products on the basis of machine hour. Prepare the cost statement under traditional and ABC. So if such question comes, usually in the examination they will ask any one. So if they ask traditional and ABC, this will be about 3 mark, this will be about 4 mark. So let us first start identifying it based on the traditional, which is easy. So traditional is on the basis of machine hours. So that means this is the total overhead. This you have to divide by total machine hours. With this you will get some overhead rate. So what is the total machine hour? Total machine hour is, I have output units, then I have time per unit. So for W it will be 3000 into 0.5, 1500. For X it will be 250. For Y it will be 600. Then for Z it will be, so total is going to be 6350. So now we will divide 1,52,400 by 6350. What is the overhead rate I will get? It is 24 per hour, machine hour. So this I have found out overhead rate. So now I can calculate the cost as per traditional costing. How I have to prepare one cost sheet? So my cost sheet format: direct material, direct labor, prime cost. So there is nothing else. So overhead W, X, Y, Z. So direct material 50, 70, 160, 180. 50, 70, 160, 180. Then direct labor. So be careful here, you have to check whether they are given per unit or per hour. If it is per hour, then you will have to multiply by labor rate if it is given. So it is not given, so directly you can take 50, 60, 100, 75. This is done. Now overhead, I have to multiply by 24 per hour. So 0.5 into 24 is 12. 0.5 into 24 again it is 12. 24 into 2, 48. And then 24 into 4, 96. Now I can calculate unit cost of each one. 112, 130, 144, 260, 142, 142, 308, 351. So this with the traditional method I have calculated. ABC. So for ABC I know which are the cost drivers. Okay, setup cost, number of setups. So I have to now calculate the driver rates. So how do I calculate driver rates? Divide this by total number of activities. So 9000 will be divided by 18 setups. This I will get 500 per setup. Then purchase ordering cost, number of purchase orders. This will be divided by 13. 800 per purchase order. Handling cost, divide by 30. 200 per handling. Other factory overhead cost. It is not in this table, but we have just calculated total machine hours 6350. So divide by 6350 for this. What you will get? So this looks like half of it, or that means you will get 20 per hour. Now you have to use the same method. Now take individual W, 10, 6, 12. Then after that you have to take this 4 hours. 4 into 1000. 4,000 hours. So I'll calculate for W. I'll leave remaining for you to calculate. So for W, 10 into 500. Next 6 into 800. And 200, 12 into 200. Then 4,000 hours at 20 per hour. So 20 into 4,000. So 5,000, 4,800, 2,400, 8,000. So W total you will get. Sorry, I think there is a mistake. There is a mistake. I have to take W, not Z. I have taken Z here. So 3,000 into 0.5, you will get 1,500. And this will be 30,000. So 30 plus 5 plus 62,200. So 42,200. So this is for W. Divided by units, 3,000 units. What you will get? 42,200 divided by 3,000. 14.06 per unit. This you have got. Now next you will have to do for XYZ. You will try. So after you solve, what you will get for W, X, Y, Z, W you calculated 14.06, here you will get 13, here 47, rounding off, and Z is going to be 90. So this is just overhead cost based on ABC. So to this we have to add material and labor. Material and labor, they are given per unit directly. So 50, 70, 160, 180. Material 50, 70, 160, 180. Then labor also directly given 50, 60, 100, 75. So when you do totaling, W you will get 114 point something. Then X you will get 143. Y you will get 307. And Z you will get 345, 44.5. So that is the answer.
Let us read this question number 1 from comprehensive numerical questions. Quality Limited is engaged in production of 3 types of ice cream product: cocoa, strawberry and vanilla. It presently sells 50,000 units cocoa at 25 and strawberry 20,000 at 20, vanilla 60,000 at 15 per unit. Okay, 3 products are there, 3 units given. The demand is sensitive to selling price. So if you reduce 1 rupee in selling price, the demand will increase by 10% to previous level. The company has production capacity of 60,500 units of cocoa, 24,200 units of strawberry and 72,600 units of vanilla. Company marks up 25% on cost of the product. That means cost plus 25% margin is equal to sales. The company management decided to apply ABC analysis. Okay, for this purpose identify 4 activities. So activities are already given. Which are the activities? Ordering, delivery, shelf stocking, customer support and assistance. This is nothing but activity cost pools or activity. And if you look at the right side, the cost driver rate is also given. That means you don't have to calculate total driver units then divide. So it's already given. Then in the bottom table you have direct material labor, which is prime cost. Then you have number of purchase order, deliveries, shelf stocking hours. What are these last 3 lines? These are the activity usage by the products. So you have purchase order, deliveries and shelf stock. So driver rates are there. You have to multiply with this activity. You will get your total activity cost. Under traditional, it is charged at 30% of prime cost. In ABC, these costs are coming under customer support and assistance. Okay. So you have to calculate what? ABC 3-part question. First you have to calculate the total and unit cost of product at maximum level. So we prepare the cost sheet as per traditional system. You start with particulars column, then you have three products, and under each you have unit cost and total cost. Similarly, you do this for strawberry and vanilla. So starting with the first item of cost, direct material, I will write it under particulars, followed by direct labor. I will fill the unit cost of direct material for C, S and V. Then second line item. So cocoa is 60,500 units. This is the maximum capacity. Strawberry 24,200. Then vanilla. So total I will calculate after prime cost only. So second line item, direct labor cost. Again here I mention the unit costs only. So the total we can take it in prime cost or prime cost. I will add both of them. I am getting 13 for cocoa, 10 for strawberry, and vanilla I am getting 8. Now it says overhead is recovered at 30. So 30%. So I will total first prime cost 13 rupees into 60,500, 10 rupee into 24,200 units, then 8 rupee into 72,000. Overhead now I can recover at 30% of store support cost, 30% of prime cost. So 30% of 7 lakh 86. I will get 2 lakh 35,000. This I can also do at unit. 30% of 13 I can take. So I will do the same thing for strawberry. 30% of 10, 13. Then 30% of 8, 2.4. Total unit. So total will come 10 lakh 22,450 for cocoa, 3 lakh 14,600 for strawberry, then 7 lakh 55,040 for vanilla. So first part of the question, which is A, calculating in the traditional costing, I have completed. Next we will move on to question number B, total cost based on ABC method. So step 1 is identifying the cost pool and cost driver rates. In this question, I will record the activity and their driver rates as per given in the question. So first activity is ordering, second activity is delivery, third is shelf stocking, and the fourth I will record the rate. Ordering is at 800 per order, delivery is 700 per delivery, and shelf stocking is at 199 per hour. Customer support is 1.1 rupees. Now I will multiply this rate by consumption of activity by cocoa, strawberry and vanilla. So for cocoa, first column, so it is 35 orders. So the cost will be 35 into 800. Then for delivery, it is 112 deliveries multiplied by 700 per delivery. Shelf stocking 130 hours multiplied by 199. Then customer support, number of units sold. So 1.1 per unit into 60,500. These will be activity based overhead for cocoa. Similarly, I will calculate for strawberry and vanilla. And after calculating the total cost, I will divide it by the number of units to arrive at per unit cost of overhead for these products. So the total overhead for ABC overhead for cocoa is 1,98,820 divided by 60,500 units. I will get per unit overhead of 3.29. In the same way, I will calculate for. So I have calculated and I have got 5.23 per unit for strawberry. Now I can compare with the traditional. So my part B of the question is over. Part C I have to do. For this, what I have to do? I have to compare the per unit cost. But this is per unit overhead. So I have to add the prime cost to this to make it per unit cost. So I will prepare a small cost sheet. So I will have 3 columns for 3 products. Then under the particulars, I will start with prime cost, which I have already got as part of question A. Then I will add overhead. So I have got 3 per unit cost based on ABC, 3 per unit cost based on traditional. Now I can compare. For comparison, I will prepare one small comparison table. So I'll keep 3 products. and in the two columns, one column I'll prepare traditional and one column I'll prepare activity based costing, and in the last column I'll write my comments. So for cocoa, the traditional cost is higher. Cost in traditional method is higher, and for strawberry, cost as per ABC is higher, and for vanilla the cost again as per traditional is higher. So this solves the third part, which is C of the question paper.